Well, what is the point of Liz Truss as Prime Minister now is the question, of course, that many are now asking. And I wrote about this, by the way, in my newsletter today, Heathen News. Do go and read today's edition. I'll put a link down below. But we've now seen the new Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, come out today with a statement effectively cancelling, scrapping the Truss budget. And Hunt now, of course, who was backed by just 18 MPs during the Conservative leadership race, is now essentially the de facto PM, it seems. And of course, we know that there's some Conservative MPs actually pushing for Hunt to become the new Prime Minister and take over from Truss. Just to show you how absurd this all is, as Jason Groves of the Mail highlights there, at PMQs last week, Truss said that raising corporation tax would be wrong and damage the economy. She said the energy price guarantee would last 2 years rather than Labour's 6 months. And she said there'd be absolutely no spending cuts. That's now all gone. What will she say this week? Here is a clip, if you haven't seen it, of Hunt talking about effectively the Truss agenda being scrapped. And then I'll show you some reaction to that.
Firstly, we will reverse almost all the tax measures announced in the growth plan 3 weeks ago that have not started parliamentary legislation. So whilst we will continue with the abolition of the health and social care levy and stamp duty changes, we will no longer be proceeding with the cuts to dividend tax rates, the reversal of off-payroll working reforms introduced in 2017 and 2021, the new VAT-free shopping scheme for non-UK visitors, or the freeze on alcohol duty rates. Secondly, the government's current plan is to cut the basic rate of income tax to 19% from April 2023. It is a deeply held Conservative value, a value that I share, that people should keep more of the money they earn. But at a time when markets are rightly demanding commitment to sustainable public finances, it is not right to borrow to fund this tax cut. So I've decided that the basic rate of income tax will remain at 20%, and it will do so indefinitely until economic circumstances allow for it to be cut. Taken together with the decision not to cut corporation tax and restoring the top rate of income tax, the measures I've announced today will raise every year around £32 billion. Finally, the biggest single expense in the growth plan was the energy price guarantee. This is a landmark policy supporting millions of people through a difficult winter. And today I want to confirm that the support we are providing between now and April next year will not change. But beyond that, the Prime Minister and I have agreed it would not be responsible to continue exposing public finances to unlimited volatility in international gas prices. So I'm announcing today a Treasury-led review into how we support energy bills beyond April next year. The objective is to design a new approach that will cost the taxpayer significantly less than planned, whilst ensuring enough support for those in need. Any support for businesses will be targeted to those most affected, and the new approach will better incentivise energy efficiency.
I think Ben Bradley, a Conservative MP, speaks for many when he looks at this and says, well, that effectively renders all the political fallout, the criticism, the diving polls, etc. of the last few weeks entirely pointless, doesn't it? Right back where we started, just far less popular than before. Reform UK leader Richard Tice, very scathing there as well, saying, so after Jeremy Hunt's statement, all is now clear. He is the boss. PM Liz Truss is just a puppet in the cupboard, a coup by the orthodox blob. And sadly, it does seem that Truss, who I, like many of you, wanted to see her succeed, wanted to see her take on the establishment orthodoxies, wanted to see her be radical in policy, that all now seems to have been totally abandoned, a complete and total capitulation, and it's hard, I'm afraid, to see Liz Truss lasting too much longer as Prime Minister. Let me know what you make of all of this in the comments below, guys. Do whack this video a quick thumbs up, please, and of course, as ever, cheers for watching.